for being super late this week, but I'm going to be doing the next week of the YTPagan challenge, which is what do the moon phases mean to you? And so I thought I would use this opportunity to show off one of my pages from my Book of Shadows that I just made. This is my moon phases page that I made, and I'm super excited about it. So it has all the moon phases that go around, and then at the beginning it starts with the vine sprouting, and then as it goes up it buds and starts to bloom, is in full bloom at the full moon, and then slowly starts to die until it's, oops, sorry, until it's all ready to start over. So that's my moon phases page that I just drew the other day. If you follow me on Instagram, then you already saw it. So I thought I'd start off my camera is going to be going in and out of focus. So I thought I'd start off my video with that, and then I will go quickly over my views of the different moon phases. So I'll start with the new moon, and the new moon, I've got my notes here in my Book of Shadows, my little triple moon there. Oh my gosh, I swear I will be in focus. There I am. I just need to do this the whole time. Okay, so the new moon is a time to plant ideas and start new things and put those seeds into motion for things that you want to grow over time, whether it be over the next month or years or whatever. But new moons is the best time to start something and get things initiated. And then for the full moon is when the moon is at its highest power, and that is, okay, so the full moon is the time of manifestation and power. So this is when things have come to their full being, and this is the time to really pull in that power of the moon and charge things, whether it's candles or crystals or whatever, but the full moon is a time of power. And then the first quarter moon, which is when the moon was new and it's starting to become full, is a time to encourage growth of things that are already set in motion. So to help things along, or that's the time to really put effort into things that are already going on, projects that are already going, that have already been set in motion. The first quarter moon is a really good time to reinvigorate things that are already moving along that might need a little bit more help. And then the last quarter moon is a time to clear things out and let things go and move things aside in order to make room for stuff that you want to start at the new moon. So it looks like my camera's going to go out of focus again. And then the crescent and gibbous phases of the moon are just kind of, mixes of those four quarters kind of blending together. And for me, I don't necessarily follow the moon phases like to a T. What I mostly do is in my journals, I write down at the top of my entries like what the moon phases and stuff are, and for the time. So what that lets me do is I can look back through my journal and reread stuff that I went through and see how it relates to the moon phases. And sometimes, when I go to write stuff down for the day, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that it's the day before a full moon, and the moon is in Pisces. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like my day totally fits that to a T, and I didn't even think about it until I went to write it down. So it's just kind of a fun thing to kind of let it naturally happen and see how your life relates to the moon phases just naturally. But of course, if I'm thinking of doing like a really big spell, or like I wanted to do an opening opportunity spell for the fact that I lost my job, and I wanted to, I'm out of focus again, I wanted help finding a new job, or at least easing that transition, finding new things, new opportunities. And so I made sure to do that on a new moon, because that kind of went with that. Everything's going crazy right now. So that kind of went with that idea. So yes, that's kind of like my view on the moon phases. I will be back real fast, probably tomorrow, making another video for the next week, which I believe is about the sun. So stay tuned for that. Let me show off one more thing before I go. This is a candle I just painted the other day. I was really into the moon phases, which is why I was really excited to do this video this week. There we go. I painted this candle this week with the moon phases, and like there's glitter where it's black. I just love it so much. It turned out so pretty. So yeah, well, see if I'll go back and focus to say goodbye. Bye everybody! Thank you for watching. I'm still getting used to my new camera and trying to do it on autofocus instead of manually focusing it myself. So hopefully I can figure out how to get the settings right so I don't have to be going back and forth and putting it in focus myself. So I could just enjoy sitting here talking and not having to worry about fiddling with the camera. So I will see you all next week, even though it'll probably just be tomorrow. So I hope you had a great week and we're watching everyone else's moon videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye!